to the Crown Spin, where it's all about the flow. We got the hottest podcast, no need to go slow. We're here to entertain, gonna let it all show. Get ready for the situation, straight from the get-go. We got the panels flowing, got the speakers on fire, talking about the topics that everyone desires. Crown family with the king, that's our empire. Tent is contenting, taking it higher. We bring the heat, we bring the vibe, we bring the energy. The Crown Family Podcast is where it all begins.
I said, are there any messages? And he was like, no, everything got deleted. I said, well, I can't help you, brother. I'm sorry. I want to, but I can't. And I said, any messages? He was like, I said, have you talked to him on Facebook? He said, yes. I said, send it to him. He had even forgot that the messages were there from 2017. And right there, right there was everything. I said, did you read these? He said, I haven't read them since that time. I said, give me a screen. I said, I need a screen record. I need you opening it up, going to his page, showing his page. I need all that shit. And I remember like gathering my team and I said, listen to this. And I read it to him and Chelsea was like, I told you something was funny about that motherfucker. Chelsea was like, I told you. I was like, Chelsea, shut up. No, you need to be listening to me. You need to be listening to me. I knew it. I was like, Chelsea, all right, calm down. I said, so listen, I'm going to get everybody together. I need you to go digging for some more. And then we gonna assemble everybody. And that's what happened. We have been filming this shit for months.
Wow.
So this ain't no like, oh, vendetta. Like, yes, Bishop Whitehead did make the connection, but it was nothing done unless I had that receipt. Bishop Whitehead don't even know the receipts that I got. He doesn't know that. He's not about to throw me into like some type of war they got. Like that's between them, between the pastors. That ain't got nothing to do with Levontre Andrews at all. At all. Period.
Absolutely. Now, do you know if Levontre is getting legal help from the bishop?
I think the bishop has said that, yes.
Yeah, that's what he said.
He paying for his legal fees. And he want everybody to know that.
Period. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him to pay for mine if Larry decide to sue.
I know that's right. Yeah, because he got that big bag over there. Okay,
I need that. I need that. Yeah, let me just a little bit.
Now, did you have to offer Levontre anything for the interview?
No, there was nothing. Levontre did not want anything. There was no exchange of nothing. Levontre just finally wanted his voice out and to not be bullied or harassed for trying to put this man out there. Like, no exchange. That is a whole grown man who works every night on tour. He is on tour every night. No, he ain't even like that. No. No.
So what does his family think about all of this? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they supportive?
They are supportive. That's why we got the family.
Because Larry was like, when his family find out what he know, because Larry's still keeping something, whatever it is. He said that he's holding it until court. He said, whenever you guys go to trial, you guys all gonna be surprised because he got something.
First of all, when is Larry? Larry could have went to court with him when he what happened with the last lawsuit? You filed a lawsuit, it was 13 pages. Levontre responded with 26 pages. You go in and drop because you have to respond to that. The next thing was for Larry to respond, not drop.
And this is not the first time he dropped it. He dropped it before with Daryl Moore.
That's what I'm telling you. Like, this is all smoke and mirrors. Like, brother, you know, like he knows I don't give a shit. He knows
something definitely happened, and he said that he knows why. He understands why Levontre blames him for his sexual identity issues.
Levontre don't have any sexual identity issues. Levontre is very about, you know, his experience with him, how naive he was. You know what I'm saying? To think that, and I think any young man in that position, okay, would have fell for that shit. All right. And he has been married to the same woman, okay, who supports
for 13 years.
For 13 years. Okay. So who Larry put out the church to because she took his man.
That's why. And
Mhm.
it's so crazy. And Larry said today that Larry was sharing today that he still has sexual identity issues. So I mean, like, what is he talking about? He don't know whether he's gay, straight, pans.
He's projecting. Like, that's the thing. Like, everything he's trying to say Levontre is, it's him. It's him. Oh, Levantre's obsessed with me. No, you were obsessed with Levontre. Obsessed with this child. He was a whole child. And listen, there was stuff in that interview. I'm gonna be honest with you. There was one part I cut this out. I cut this part out for Levontre because I didn't want him trying to use that against Levontre. But Levontre, look, you about to get and it's because it's coming from third party. This third party. So I will never, ever, 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 ever like the when I say the footage is deleted, it's deleted. So period. So now it's just hearsay.
There was a video. I knew there was a video. I knew it.
No, no, there is Levontre and I had a conversation. This was in the interview, and I cut this out for Levontre. I took this part out. Levontre said he said things could have went real different. I said, what do you mean? He said things could have went real different. I said, what are you talking about different? And I didn't want to put words in his mouth. And I said, what do you mean different? He said, well, because of what he did to me, I called up a friend who is a very high ranking, he's an ex-soldier, very high ranking person in Chicago. And we had a conversation and he got all the information. I gave him all the information on where Reid was. He called me the night before it was supposed to go down, and he said, you sure you're gonna be able to live with yourself? Because when I do this, I can go to sleep at night. This is what I do. He said, but will you be able to sleep at night? He said, if you say it's a go, it's no more for Reid. When I tell you chills went through my body, I just
My.
took it out. I took it out. I took it out. I took it out. I said, because they're not gonna try to use this as a way to get back at Levontre. You see what I'm saying? Like, this
Mm-hmm.
is how bad he fucked up Levontre. You know what I'm saying? And he was just like, yeah, like everything was done. Like, so listen, ain't no video proof. It's just my word. I'm a liar, remember?
That's
And
what they said.
but like I said, Reid out here, he acted real loose. And I'm like, you just don't know. You just don't know what motherfuckers will really do to you out here. Will
Mm-hmm.
really do to you. And had Levontre probably said it's a go, there would be no more Reid.
My. My. And what
So
do you
that
think should happen to Reid after all? Do you
listen,
think he should be locked up? Is that what Levontre wants? What does Levontre want to happen to Reid?
yeah, Levontre wants justice. Levontre wants justice. He wants to go about this the right way. So he's hoping that more victims will come out by him putting a face, because before everybody was just doing audio, nobody was doing faces and stuff like that. And so by him coming out to share his story, he knows that there are others. You know what I'm saying? Levontre,
Absolutely.
there are others, and they're gonna talk about that. And so, but because he got a bag, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So like, man.
That part. Yeah, I mean, I think what justice would look like, a massive payout, okay, and jail time for Reid. That's what I think justice would look
I
like, okay, on period. And they need to
I
go
tell a real
dismantle that
man,
organization he got going on, okay, because
and
it's organized crime. That's what's going on over there.
ooh,
Organized crime.
the part for me, I gotta get out because I have a feeling that a little boy is gonna come out and say that I touched them.
He prophesied that. God
He
told him that. God
had
told him that.
to
I said,
get
now why
out.
would God tell you something like that?
Yeah, got it.
I said, now why would God tell you something like that?
Listen.
Oh, he get on my nerves. I said, as I live and breathe.
Mm-hmm.
As I live and breathe. He just keep on making it up, man.
Mm-hmm.
But the
Mm-hmm.
more he talks, the more he confirms everything Levante said. It's like the missing pieces to
He
Levante's story.
plugged it right on in tonight.
Yeah, he was plugging it right
And we
on
ain't
here.
even done with the series. I said, brother, you should have waited till we were done with everything.
You would think?
You would think. You would think. So, like, listen, like I said, whatever he feels in his heart of hearts and the deep in his prostate, because he said the fist that he go deep until a little doo doo on the tip of the pinky.
Who is that? Was he talking about Levante like to get fisted? He
No,
said somebody like
I
to
just
get
added.
fisted.
No, he was talking about some transgender woman. This is a story that
But
he
what did
told
that
in
have
the
to do
live.
with?
This was in the live
Yes.
stream that you sent me of him
Yeah.
on. He started talking about the stories that the church members would come tell him. So he
Yeah.
said he had this transgender woman come tell him that he couldn't come by jacking his dick. He could only come with being fisted in his anus. And so he
Mm-hmm.
said that he had told him to masturbate or something like that. But then the transgender and another person, the same transgender that told him this, said he didn't know he was a bottom. He was a bottom at the time.
Oh.
Yeah, he didn't know he was a bottom at the time. He said that had called him because they had set up a camera and they was gonna call Larry to come over and have sex. And so, but the transgender got cold feet and called Larry and called him and told him well they was gonna set him up because they knew he was a pastor and videotape him. And he
Hmm.
said I would have got up and went on over there and fisted him and bottomed him because Larry loved a good old bottom now with a little doo doo on the tip, you know. And
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, you good. So I just
No, because today Storm was like he got his ass out on OnlyFans, and Larry was like, "What? You got your ass? I didn't see that one. I didn't see your ass is on there." Someone was like not the whole Larry, just like the cheeks. My cheeks is on there. I'm like, I see y'all. I see y'all. Okay, on period. Somebody said that they looked like they was pre gaming for an orgy.